Howdy, I am Northern Dice and I am going to be opening my Kickstarter copy of Arcane Alley, the Moonstruck Market. And, coincidentally, Arcane Alley, the core base game. So I'm going to put the actual Kickstarter Moonstruck Market and the actual extras that came with it to one side. I'm going to unbox those after I've unboxed the core game, because I've never had any experience with this. I will timestamp when I'm opening that in case that's all you're interested in. But let's focus on this for the time being. Here are all the extras that came with it. No doubt going to be integrated into the game immediately. And here we go with Arcane Alley. So you are wizard merchants in a secret outlawed market, intent on selling your enchanted curiosities to the most curious enchanters. Business was good, but now city inspectors have grown wise to this operation, and they're on the lookout for witchcraft's a witchcraft. Stock your storehouse with powerful artifacts, sell them for gold, or use them to survive the inspections, and with any luck, you'll become the wealthiest merchant in Arcane Alley. So it's a is it called tableau? It's a table builder. You have your cards laid out. You have 9 cards out in your storehouse. Get a set of 3 and you get gold. And the round ends, I believe, on an inspection. And if you get caught with the most lucrative items, you get fined. So let's crack this open. Well, let's show how incapable I am at cracking things open. Here we go. Here we go. So I contacted the creator of Arcane Alley asking for a review copy, and the bloke very kindly said, yeah, of course, not a problem, not a problem. And I think something went wrong with the delivery, and he very openly said, you know, you ain't going to get a review copy. I said, absolutely fine, not a problem. And we discussed it for a bit, and he said, I will happily send you a polished version of the Kickstarter stuff to review. So this is effectively a gifted copy specifically for unbiased review, just in case you're wondering. So anyway, I'm rambling. Welcome to the Black Magic Market. Game overview, contents, components, how it all runs. Ooh, nice and bold setup. That seems quite straightforward. 5 steps, we like that. How you keep score, gold. Reading the cards, so you have the name, the cool art. I'm going to hold just to that. Gold gained from selling the item set, and you need 3 in a set, 1 gold per set. When this item activates, when this effect activates, so that's going to be in hand, but the effect does. 5 to 6 player icon to show that you leave it out for fewer players. Flavor text, we like flavor text, and infamy gained for inspection. Side B of the player's aid gives a list of rarity in the deck. Okay, gameplay, the 4 rounds, it's stock, sell, inspection, bribe, and I imagine that happens 3 times. Stock, shuffle, deal. Each player arranges their items in a 3x3 grid in front of them. This is their storehouse. That's how it looks visually. Nice and easy to follow rulebook, which I quite like. I'm very visual. I'm not very good at reading despite my profession. I don't absorb things very well, so having pictures helps. Diagrams and examples are perfect for me. Bribe. Frequently asked questions, that's good. And an item reference. Ah, so that's what that symbol means. When played, special item. When sold, always active. I like always active. And then you have the actual various items. And a very easy to follow reference. Okay, that's quite cool. So let's have a look at these. Oh, this is a big board. 2 trackers, 1 for infamy, 1 for gold. Bit on the old thin side, but you know, actually to be fair, the fact that it fits in the box so nicely is quite nice. An extra cubby hole for anything, who knows. Some punchies, but I don't even need to punch them because I got the Kickstarter upgrade. And many cubes. And a big black cat meeple. A bleeple. 2 baggies. Some cards. Okay, I'm going to crack the cards. Oh, I like that reference. Ooh. Oh, that is thorough. Right, let's have a look. So guys, the main thing we were looking out for is that cool art. If it ain't cool, we ain't keeping. Okay, it's cool. I'm good with a turd. Three-headed coin. That's quite cool. The older wand, a magic boomerang. It's very Legend of Zelda. A floating carpet, not a magic carpet. Crystal ball, dragon egg, dark lotus. Oh, these are just singular items. These are quite rare. Skeletomicon, haunted doll. You get 0 per set. And it's worth 8 if revealed in a stack with 2 copies of an item. Sell that set. Okay. Oh, so it's like a wild. And these fellows. Oh, these are the characters. These like asymmetrical abilities. So when items are revealed in an inspection, you may first remove 1 hidden item from your store. Okay. And then the round phasers. And that super duper thorough item reference. That's quite cool. Okay. Pop those in there. I'm guessing these are even more items. Would actually look at the back of those. So these are going to be items as well, yeah. Let's go. More crystal balls. Bottled fairy. Bless her. Bubbling cauldron. Dragon egg. Sovereign sword. Skeletomicon. There's a fair few actually there. Was only 1 in that deck. Haunted dolls. Promiscuous felines. Pandora's lockbox. Sacred chalice. These are singular items. These are instant use as well. Special use even. Cursed mirror, which is that one. Hypnotic turds. 3-headed coins. Older wand. Are these just to make up the numbers? Don't know. Okay, pretty straightforward. Nice and simple. These are just basic cubes, so rather than punch all those, well punch, I mean get them open, let's have a look at these instead, which are the Kickstarter upgrades. And we got some silica. So these are the individual player tokens, and the eye is something to do with inspection. This is blind, completely blind, not even half blind, fully blind. These are your inspection tokens in case you get fined. And this is for the fine track itself, so you would move along, infamy, apologies, move along the infamy track. Oh, I see the difference. Oh, okay, so hear me out. They're all cubes, they're all squares. Flip it. They're circles, but those are skull-shaped. So those are specifically for this. So it's almost like if you didn't get the Kickstarter stuff, you can't moan and say, oh, my cube doesn't fit on the skull. It's just there. That's a really subtle, really unnecessary touch that I really like. I like the look of this. I always like the fact that it is 2 to 6 players instead of just, like 3 to 6, 4 to 6, because I find most table builders work best with larger player counts because then there's more competition. If this works really well with 2, I'll be over the moon. Really happy with that because I can't actually wait to get to the table. And then we move on to this, the actual expansion. So this was kickstarted not long ago, and from the look of it, it includes enough for 2 more players. So this still says 2 to 6. Then we have tokens for extra players. Does that mean that you can just change your colour? Or is it black and orange for theme for Halloween? I don't know. Let's crack it and have a look. So, let's get a bit of background first. Moonstruck Market. So it's time for a change. The wind howls, the emerald moon rises, and Madame Moonstruck has arrived at Arcane Alley with a caravan of moon-chanted goods. The Moonstruck Market expansion brings even more magic to your storehouse with the moon items, new wizards and ways to sell your sets, and a market for purchasing your favourite infamous merchandise. All new set items, you've got a market to purchase from, and so much more. Sell mixed sets, moon sets, use new wizard powers, and even create your own custom combined item decks. Oh, very cool. Bit of customization. So this, that's for the market. I was like, what? It's time for a change. We've just gone through that. So components, we have a new starting player token. So that is a big green dog, not a big black cat. So that's a Greeple. Market board, moon die, 96 item cards, 2 wizard cards included, 6 score tokens which are in pink and green, mine are in orange and black. But hey, unless they're included in those, I'm getting myself confused about this player count thing. Anyway, new wizards, there were 2 new wizards to choose from, new items, the market, the moon die, ways to sell, new item effects. Create and the item deck, so you don't use everything, because otherwise sets would be really hard to come by. So that's well thought out. Using the market, so you have to do it at a certain time, and I imagine that you do have to use the coins you gain, which will be on the track, and then you just reduce it. Spend, add, fill the empty slot. Use the moon die to set the moon, and does that then trigger different effects? Reading moon items, yeah, it will do. Recipes for different item sets, and then a list of all the items, and a mini reference again. I do like those mini references on the back of the books. So this is a punch. Oh, I like that. Punch board I'm going to have to punch, which I hate. Luckily, this is quite nice actually. Then it just fits like that, like a little jigsaw. Cool. Again, not the thickest, but it's just going to be laid on the table. You're not going to be picking that up very often. A little baggie for whatever it might be that you are bagging. Oh, we do get pink and green. And we get orange and black. Along with the blue, red, yellow, pink, green, indigo, violet, everything else that we got. And this dice, oh my goodness, why is it so large? There we go. Oh, and it's indented. And it's glittery. That's a lovely little dice. So, am I to follow the arrows? Don't know. There's probably an instruction on one of the cards to use that. I'll crack these. So we've got some talking toads, automated wand, hexed boomerangs, weather carpet, gelatinous ball, that's a gelatinous cube, and toothed fairy. Oh, that makes me a bit uncomfortable, a fairy with teeth. Well, why shouldn't they have teeth? Another item reference, again in that same style, looks incredibly thorough. Here we go. So we've got some toothed fairies, emerald eggs. From the look of it, all these activate on the actual moon card as well. Skeletal swords, more automated ones, more gelatinous balls. And the 2 new players. Frekar Fangtooth, when you buy an item from the market, it always costs 1. Pretty handy. Gerith Gloomclaw. We've got some pretty thematic names. When any player sells a moon set, you choose gain 2 or lose 2 infamy. You are the starting player. When your turn starts, advance the moon die, so you do turn it. Another reference, but it's just for phase editions, and item reference on the back. Okay, quite handy. Still not 100% on what that baggie is for. It's very pretty. Not sure. Give me a second, I'll have a quick butcher's. It says nothing about the actual little bag, but it does say that the first player should be the player who most resembles a dog. Which, I quite like the cheekiness in that. I'm going to take no offence when it's me every time, but hey, you can't always win, can you? So, I also figured out that these player tokens actually associate the different wizards. So these are for 2 other wizards which are included as Kickstarter exclusive promotionals. Would that make them Kickstarter exclusive? I don't know. There you go. So not only does Madame Moonstruck sell the come in with the moon stuff, she actually sells stuff too. As does Mr. Bones. I love this. What? When you sell a set, gain 3 skulls and a clockwork canine. Gain the bonus that matches the moon die. Oh, that's really cool. I like I love and I hate exclusive Kickstarter or promotional stuff. When I get it, I love it. When I don't, and it's almost impossible to come by, I hate it, I'll admit. But that's just me being petty, I guess. Oh, that's quite cool. I also like the fact that you can play as Madame Moonstruck. So that was the unboxing of the Moonstruck Market alongside the Arcane Alley unboxing. I'm liking the look of this. Personally, the artwork really appeals. I like table builders. I don't play many of them. My main qualm with them is the actual setup being a long period of you need to get the cards sorted. My worst experiences are Boreton because I cannot find any element of the setup for them. You find the cards, you find them, you shuffle them, you play the game, then you have to put them back into the sets. It feels ridiculous. This, however, because it gives you specific cards to use and it's not a case of, oh, I fancy the birch tree, I don't know, maybe because it's more methodical, I'll find it a bit more appealing. But with that many cards to shuffle, it might be a different story when we play. However, that is the end of this unboxing. Thank you ever so much for sticking around for this long. I will catch you next time.